Welcome back. The 13th edition of Aero India 2021 is all set to kick off in Bengaluru's Yelahanka Air Base from today. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will be inaugurating the 3-day-long event. The big headline, however, will be that he's going to be signing the historic 48,000 crore rupees deal for 83 LCA Tejas jets. Here's our complete report on what to watch out for in this edition of the Aero India show.
Ripping up the air over beautiful Bengaluru, a shining light in the middle of the global pandemic. And India has shown the way once again with Aero India 2021. While globally air shows and defence exhibitions have been called off, India has once again lit the path. Kicking off today at the Yelahanka Air Force Base in Bengaluru, this year's Aero India is very special. A hybrid air show. Shortened to 3 days instead of the traditional 5, public days have been dropped in view of the virus. But that doesn't mean the aerial splendour is taking a hit. As you can see in these images, Aero India 2021 will be every bit as splendid as earlier episodes. Headlining the show this year, without a doubt, is the Tejas, India's very own combat jet that enters the record books today with a mammoth 48,000 crore rupee order for 83 jets. India's biggest ever indigenous defence contract. The jet will be a huge draw at the show this year.
Mark 1A, indigenous तो है ही और साथ ही साथ अपने इक्विवेलेंट जितने भी हमारे विदेशी एयरक्राफ्ट हैं उनसे कई मामलों में यह मजबूत भी है और साथ ही यह बेहतर भी है। जितने भी इसके स्पेसिफिकेशंस हैं, चाहे वह इंजन हो, राडार सिस्टम हो, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वारफेयर सूट हो, हर मामले में कंपैरेटिवली यह बेटर एयरक्राफ्ट है और कास्ट के मामले में भी कंपैरेटिवली हमारे तेजस की यह कास्ट कम रहेगी। यह भी हमारा एक मेजर अचीवमेंट है।
The show will be taking Atmanirbhar Bharat very seriously, with India's Hindustan Aeronautics Limited all set to flaunt its indigenous aircraft in a beautiful Atmanirbhar formation, which involves a Tejas flying with HTT-40 trainers, the HJT-36 intermediate jet trainer, and a Hawkeye advanced jet trainer upgraded with Indian tech. Of huge interest and significance at this year's Aero India is this unusual looking aircraft called the Cat's Warrior. This is an unmanned bomber drone being designed to fly in conjunction with Indian fighter jets as a collaborative loyal wingman system where the pilot controls not just his jet but also the drone. His light combat helicopter will be another major draw, seen this year shortly after being deployed on active operations in Ladakh during the current standoff with China. In case you're wondering, the show will of course include the splendid Surya Kiran Hawk aerobatics team, which will enthrall viewers with a 9-aircraft formation set. They'll be quickly followed by their sister team, the Sarang. The Dhruv helicopter display team Sarang, now an international fixture with a global fan base, will rev it up over Yelahanka once again. The Indian Air Force's brand new Apache and Chinook helicopters will be visible on the ground and in the air at the show, as will be 3 Rafale jets specially flown in to delight several viewers seeing the jets in the flesh for the first time. From aviation geeks to defence practitioners, from foreign governments to scientists building India's aerospace base, it's the week they've all been waiting for. Aero India begins. With Abhishek Bhalla in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India.
And as we beam live visuals of the event, where Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has just arrived, I want to take this across to our Defence Editor Abhishek Bhalla, who's joining us live from the Yelahanka Air Base in Bengaluru. Also with us is Nolan Pinto. Abhishek, to you first. Good morning. This edition of Aero India, several big headlines. One is, of course, the 48,000 crore Tejas deal that we've been talking about since yesterday. There's also the Defence Minister's conclave that there's so much anticipation over, and also, you know, everyone's watching out for the Brahmastra formation of the 3 Rafale.
That's right, Akshita. Lots of highlights. The big impact of this Aero India is going to be on self-reliance and Atmanirbharta, and that's the reason why the first day will see the signing of the all-important contract with HAL worth 48,000 crore for 83 LCA Tejases, which include 73 Mark 1A aircraft, which is the advanced version of the earlier one. The deadlines have been set and they need to be delivered in the next 9 years. Other than that, defense diplomacy will be seen. There is the defense minister's conclave. There is the chief of air staff's conclave that will be attended by several other countries. 28 countries participating in the defense minister's conclave. And of course, entire air power of the Indian Air Force will be at display. In fact, I'm standing here at a place where we can clearly see all the fighter aircraft in the fleet of the Indian Air Force that are being displayed. We'll also see some of them, including the Rafale, fly in the air display that will take place later. So these are the highlights. In moments from now, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will in fact inaugurate Aero India 2021.
So the three service chiefs there on your screens, right next to them, the Chief of Defence Staff, General Bipin Rawat, and then Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Chief Minister Yediyurappa, all of them in attendance. Any moment now, the Aero India show will officially be kicked off. Remember that this is a 3-day event. I want to take this across Dr. Nolan Pinto, who's also joining us live now from another vantage point of the Yelahanka Air Base. And Nolan, just give us a sense of what's on the agenda, what's on the itinerary for today.
Well, it's very interesting. In fact, Akshita, this is, everyone knows, the 13th edition, the biennial edition of the very important international event. You have about 601 exhibitors over here. 14 foreign delegations are also present. Now, what's interesting is this. Once it's inaugurated by the Defence Minister Rajnath Singh over here, in fact, once it's inaugurated by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, in fact, Akshita, you can clearly see that's a Rafale over there taking off in the background. Well, not just one Rafale, in fact, 2 Rafales are taking off. And the third one. Well, Akshita, this is what people actually come here for, especially the common folk, to witness the flying display. And we are actually waiting for Defence Minister Rajnath Singh to officially inaugurate this 13th edition. Apart from that, Akshita, we have to wait for the flying display. And towards the end, what's very interesting is this. The United States B-1B Lancer will be doing actually a flyby over here.
Okay, so Nolan, getting us some of the excitement there on the ground at the Yelahanka Air Base. 3 Rafales taking off as we were live with Nolan there. You can see that moments from now, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will officially inaugurate the Aero India show. This is an event that, so many enthusiasts look forward to. Abhishek, I'm sure you look forward to as well. And this time, the fact that you're going to see that mammoth Tejas deal being signed, it is a game changer really for the Indian Air Force and for India. As you mentioned, it's all about self-reliance this time.
Has taken a lead in organizing a completely COVID-compliant mega event.
I would also like to extend
The dynamic
in years to come, it is expected to be the backbone of the Indian Air Force. The 73 Mark 1A Tejas that will come will take care of 3 squadrons of the Indian Air Force. And not just will it be crucial for filling in the critical gaps in the depleting fleet of the Indian Air Force. But yesterday, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh made a very big statement when he said that when it comes to a similar category of aircraft across the world, Tejas is in fact one of the best. And not just the Indian Air Force, but this could be a possible export option as well to other countries. So that was a big statement to make. Those are the expectations from the Tejas. But as we have been discussing, that the challenge remains meeting the deadlines, because As far as the Mark 1, the earlier version was concerned, timelines were missed, deadlines were missed. But this time, the first aircraft should be with the Indian Air Force within 3 years. And then subsequently, the rest of them will be delivered in the next 6 years. So 9 years is the delivery time that has been decided for inducting the Mark 1A Tejas with the Indian Air Force.
So this is no doubt a big boost for India's air power and also in our mission for self-reliance in the defence sector. The Defence Minister Rajnath Singh also asserted that India cannot remain dependent on other countries for its defence requirements and that the indigenously developed Tejas was better than its foreign equivalents on several parameters and also comparatively cheaper. Abhishek Bhalla has filed this report for us to explain all about the Tejas's design and why really this is such a big deal for the Indian Air Force.
From their respective countries.
India's Tejas light combat aircraft will be the backbone of the Indian Air Force in the years to come. The indigenous fighter jet is part of India's self-reliance mission in defence. A 48,000 crore rupee deal will be inked at the Aero India show in Bengaluru for the production of 83 Tejas jets. 73 of these will be Mark 1A, the advanced version of the existing Tejas. In a boost to quicken up the manufacturing of the Tejas, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh inaugurated the second production line for the fighter jet in Bengaluru on Tuesday, a day before the Aero India show.
आज के इस उद्घाटन से आत्मनिर्भर भारत का हमारा यह संकल्प भी पूरा हुआ है और दोनों टेक्नोलॉजिकल और मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर में हम आत्मनिर्भर बनना चाहते हैं। यह संदेश केवल भारत की सीमा तक ही नहीं रहेगा बल्कि दुनिया के दूसरे देशों तक यह संदेश चला जाएगा कि भारत को आत्मनिर्भर भारत बनाने में गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया बहुत ही गंभीर है।
Within the next 3 years, the first Mark 1A jet will be delivered and in 9 years, all 73 will be handed over to the Indian Air Force. The Cabinet Committee on Security, led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, had given its nod last month for the deal, paving the way for a contract worth 48,000 crore rupees with Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. The deal has been dubbed a game changer for Atmanirbhar Bharat in defence.
This facility is spread over 35 acres and will allow HAL to produce and deliver 16 LCA Mark 1A Tejas aircraft per year to our esteemed customer, Indian Air Force.
The 83 new LCA Tejas jets will add teeth to the Indian Air Force as the current fleet is down to 30 squadrons, way below the sanctioned strength of 42. Each squadron comprises 18 fighter jets.
Signing of the rupees 48,000 crore deal will be one of the biggest attractions this Aero India. Not only will Tejas be important in filling up the critical gaps in the Indian Air Force's fleet in years to come, but it could also be an export option. But the big challenge for HAL is to ensure it meets the deadlines and delivers all the aircraft within 9 years. With camera person Satya, Abhishek Bhalla in Bengaluru for India Today.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.